There we go. I
Holy
faded
cow.
it out this time. Normally I just hit
Oh,
pause. I
nice.
faded that out.
Yeah, most of the time you
Um,
just close the
Hello
browser.
everybody and welcome to the MLK rookie post-draft discussion. We're going to go over who we liked, who drafted, who we didn't like, and our favorite values. Lucas,
Well said.
go next.
All right. So we're gonna kick it off with Daniel, Mr. Singer, first time on the MLK HiveCast.
Great to
Let's
be here.
Who
go.
was your favorite draft,
Let's
your favorite
go.
rookie draft this year, relative to the draft capital they had going in?
Dono, can you hit the roster tab? And then we can, whoever he says, we can hit the drop down and see
Mm-hmm.
who they drafted.
I don't know if I could take my
Yeah.
eyes off this
Oh,
one.
yeah. I don't know if we're able to switch away.
He's gonna need to switch it for sure.
Let's
So my favorite draft, I mean, it's got to go out to Q. He got some good ass players at positions that they shouldn't have slipped to be honest, in my opinion. I mean, just looking at who he
go.
got,
Look at that.
Desmond Ritter, QB2 of the class. Love that pick.
At
He's got
QB4.
some terrible quarterbacks in front of him that he could easily overtake. Kenneth Walker, I was gonna locked and loaded snag him at 2 if I hadn't traded that pick. So I think that's good capital there.
I'm
Tyler,
sure Quentin wouldn't protest if you tried to grab him right now from him.
yeah, no, hey, I
True.
sent him an offer during the draft. He should have accepted.
Mm.
But
Now enlighten us live on air. What was that offer, Daniel?
the for the RB2 of the class, Kenneth Walker, I would have
Mm-hmm.
given him my 1.11 and my 2.2. So he would have gotten the RB3s
Wow.
and a locked and loaded first round receiver. I mean, that's a lot of value that he passed up on right there.
That is a lot of value to pass.
I would have even tossed in as much as 69 fab if he had
Wow, if he had really pushed.
So, missed opportunity, but still a good draft on his part.
Yeah, I agree. It's a strong team all the way down. You know, there were certain things that caused certain players to fall further than they should have. I'm not pointing any fingers. We'll most likely go into those decisions later. But, you know, he got some good value on that JMO. And the Ritter is just confusing. And,
What?
you know, the
You don't
whatever that
you don't
Tyler
like
Algier.
Corral more than Ritter? What's the
I don't
problem?
like the. Did he go in the 5th round or was that Howell?
That was Howell.
How
So Corral
Corral,
did go in
I
the
think
3.
Corral, Willis, and Ritter were all third rounds.
Yeah. Well, yeah, still a bit of a head
Not
scratcher.
fact
And then we got
checked.
the Algier very late.
He
That's pretty
loves
decent.
Algier. He
Algier,
loves
not
him.
bad. Mm-hmm.
I'd have
All
gone
right, Danny.
Tyrion, bro.
Well, of course, Tyrion's a better name, and when you're picking in the 3rd round of a rookie draft, go with names.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe
Yeah.
he likes the name.
All right, Danny, close us out here. What is your least favorite draft altogether here?
least favorite draft? I'm gonna have to go with Ron. I mean,
Ooh.
I think
Hit that scroll
trading,
wheel, Dono, and show us what he's got.
I think trading up for Christian Watson is, I don't know. You know, I mean, he's fine.
What did he get for that trade up, Lucas? Can you? Because it was
Yeah,
your trade.
I forget what he
Yeah,
gave up.
he traded his 2nd round pick next year into a 3rd, and then he gave up the 204.
Yeah, so that's only
So
trading
5
up like,
So
spots
Pickens
for a round next year.
ended up being Pickens.
Yeah.
yeah, and the fact that it ended up being Pickens, who I would put on like the same tier.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not going to lie. If things went a different way, I was satisfied with taking Pickens at the 110. So
Ooh. So that really panned out for you.
yeah, it did pan out.
What a
I
trade.
will say that. Yeah.
I do like that he got dupes right at the end of the draft. You know what? If
Elite
you're gonna
man.
get one of them, let's get two chances. You know,
Definitely a
Yeah.
value.
I'll say
So
I like that.
on
But
that Keontae Ingram pick, I'm noticing that it was 2 Ron Jobbert, so he traded it away and then acquired it back. That
Now
must
that's
be what that
interesting.
means.
I don't know how he
I've
got it
never
back.
seen that before.
I don't know when he gave it,
He got it
but
back though, and
it must have gone
he
both
used it on
ways.
his guy, Keontae Ingram. And let's click on Keontae Ingram real quick. Just give me a left click here. Number 201 by the Arizona Cardinals. That is a 6th round running back. Now this is a my guy if I've ever seen one.
There were third round running backs sitting on the board, or maybe 2. But that's
Algier was a 5th. I've never heard of Pierre Strong, who he also got.
I don't know where he went. I think he was a 4th.
New England.
Drafted
Yeah.
2 running backs.
Whoa.
Did
Did he draft the Trey Sermon to Pierre Strong's Elijah Moore, who was drafted later or something?
No, every
No,
single
you
running
drafted
back
Trey
on New
Sermon.
England is just plotters.
New England. Who's the other
No,
New
every
England
single
guy?
running back that they got, like all 4 of them right now are all just grinders, including Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson.
Nice. Love the
The
grinders.
whole gang. They're all
He's got
fucking
height.
huge.
Damien's a
Billy Boy's got
grinder's
a type.
grinder.
Mm-hmm.
But
All right, Danny. Who was your reach of the draft?
reach of the draft. I think my reach of the draft was from Dom with Malik Willis at the 2.3.
Mhm.
You know what? Before the draft happened, getting Malik Willis at the 2.3 is like, oh, sweet, this guy's really hyped up. And then we realized that every team in the NFL hates this guy, and he went super late. And Tennessee's a terrible spot because I mean, he's not going to win that job there, in my opinion. So
Yeah,
I
he's
think
locked behind Tannehill a little bit there.
I think that was a reach when there were just dudes like Pickens, Rashad White, Damian Pierce still there.
Mhm.
So
Pickens and Rashad White both being fiendy picks for Dom.
True.
Notable.
That's what I was telling Quentin pre-draft because he was like, "Yeah, I would love a Rashad White or a Damian Pierce." I was
Yep.
like, "Okay, we're in a Bucks Gators
Love that, yeah.
draft right now. You're never getting
Yeah.
either."
Oh, yeah. I forgot Damian Pierce is also a fiend pick. That's 3 fiend picks that went off the board after him. I mean, you got to really
Well,
want
who's the other one?
Pickens.
Why is Pickens a fiend pick?
He's more of a
he's a
fiend pick than
Steelers
Rashad White. Yeah.
Well, he likes the Bucks.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, we can get into that. He likes the Bucks, that's for sure.
Conversation for a
But he
different
likes
day.
the Steelers.
Yeah. I'm actually going to double back here. I'm going to switch gears. Let's finish off the favorite and least favorite drafts. And let's switch over to Dono here. Dono, who's your favorite draft?
My favorite draft
Relative to their draft
had to be Dom. I really liked
All right.
Treylon Burks at the 103. I love how it made Quentin feel.
yeah, that has a lot of value.
That was a great moment, you're right.
It was a good
Quentin
moment. It
sitting
was a
there for
Kodak
4
moment.
minutes deciding whether to take
wish we
the
recorded
obvious player.
We're going to have to record the drafts from now
He was
on.
never going to take anyone else, but he sat there anyways and just thought about it.
Yeah.
He desperately tried to trade out, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Just like,
Yeah, when you're-
just like Dono.
When
Yeah.
you're asking about the steal of the draft, in a literal sense, Treylon Burks was, the only answer to that question. 'Cause he literally got he rug pulled
Snipe
Quentin.
of the draft, yeah.
Yeah. No pick shattered another man's mental as much as Treylon Burks at 3rd overall.
Yeah, that was incredible. Treylon Burks, Malik Willis, I agree, was a reach. Mechie, very good value pick at the 303. And then I really like Khalil Shakir and his situation. So I definitely think Dom came away with a really good draft.
Yeah, a little bit of an analytical darling going to a strong passing team where they could use him.
I'll agree
Khalil
with the
Shakir could be a good little 4th rounder.
I think Mechie was great in the 3rd round.
Great
He was
Mechie pick.
pretty solid.
Did he have, or were those his only picks?
If you click on his name right now, it will highlight all his picks.
If you click on his name like that. Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
about that.
yeah,
That's
that's
way
a good
better than
one.
the scroll wheel thing.
Even if it trades,
Not a big
Yeah, that's
yeah.
way better than the scroll wheel thing.
Is he the only one who didn't trade any picks of theirs?
Yep. He's the
So
only.
he just had
Well,
4 picks in 4 rounds.
Kendrick had his still all together,
I had
but
all
Kendrick
mine, but I
had
had
a
more. Yeah.
million picks. Yeah, Dom
So, yeah,
was the only one that picked all 4 of his
more
picks,
to say the least. Yeah.
and I was the only one who picked 0 of his picks.
That's
Impressive.
fun. That's a fun draft for him. Just 4 guys, 1 through 4 in value. Just going after it, getting a future Titan stack if he really wants to stack those guys up. I don't really know if he will, but he could. But he could. As a former
It's there.
Titan
It's in the
stacker
cards.
myself, I'm gonna tell him it was. I mean, better passing quarterback, and it wasn't good. I don't think he wants to do it, but he can. He can if he wants
Yeah.
to.
It's up to him.
Yep, and if he wants to
All
do
right,
that,
Dono.
he can.
Who was your least favorite draft here?
Now, Danny really filched my takes here. I was going to come in and say it was Q is the best and Ron is the worst. But to keep things interesting,
The
I would
chalk.
have to say that Danny was my least favorite.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, Danny came in and drafted probably the shittiest first round wide receiver. Jahan Dotson is absolute dog shit, and he was drafted to be a wide
Wow.
receiver too. Couldn't have picked a worse player there, really. George Pickens would have been much better.
He was taking like 40 picks later.
Zamir White has no knees, two ACL injuries, and James Cook is severely undersized. And we'll see what happens in Buffalo. I don't like RBs in Buffalo. With Josh Allen running in so many touchdowns. Receiving work could be there. That's what Devin Singletary's been doing, and we all know how that happened, how that turned out. So
I'm still not fully convinced that the Bills knew that it wasn't Dalvin Cook they were picking. I think they thought it was Dalvin Cook, and they got switcherooed.
Did
they
Dalvin
just
Cook
read the
change
last
his
name
name and
they
then
were
go
like,
back on the
"Oh."
draft board because he changed his name?
Yeah,
On that
I
point,
know that they were like, "Wait, if you change your name, you can draft him
You
again."
go back to the fucking pool, dude?
they might have thought that, but they might still think that, and they're gonna use them like that.
True.
I'll tell
So-
you
Good
what,
point.
if they use that little 190 pounder, like they use Dalvin Cook, his knees are going to be more shot than Dalvin's in 2 years.
Oh, you should have
I
said
don't-
more shot than
That's
Zamir's.
fine, give me the 2 years.
Both.
Who drafts a
All right,
running
Ked.
back expecting more than
Oh.
2 years?
That's a good point. That's a good counterpoint there. I'll give you that.
Did he say his
The
favorite and
Todd
least
Gurley
favorite?
life. Yeah, he did.
Okay.
He loved Dom and he hated
Oh,
Danny.
okay. Got it. Okay.
All right, Ked. Who's your favorite draft?
Okay, so my favorite is Lucas.
Nice.
Yeah. Because of the Garrett Wilson falling past Olave and George Pickens falling past like 7 guys.
Yeah,
And
David
then
Bell.
little Wandale and then Tyrion Lannister at the end there. I mean, what a draft, right? On top of
I
I mean,
agree.
like none of those guys are even going to like play on his team, so it doesn't really matter. I prefer the book interpretation if you go on the right. Yeah, that's nice.
do
Look
like
at that's a little imp fucker.
no mismatch.
He's too
Yeah.
handsome in the shows.
He is
Yeah,
too
no
handsome.
mismatched
Peter
eyes. He
Dinklage
could be
is
even
a
more fucked up
guy.
than that in the book one. But that's so that's Tyrion.
like
So
This.
he's
nice.
there. You go. Oh, now that's there you
Oh,
go.
that's
See, that's
it.
the monster who wasn't there. This is a
That's
great great article too, probably. So that's who Lucas drafted on the left, and
We should go
Kyle
over that.
Shanahan likes guys like that.
Oh yeah, real scrappy.
Mm-hmm. But either way, that was your last pick. The other 3 wide receivers are gonna be good. Probably 2 of them out of the 3 at least. So, good draft.
Yeah,
What's
Wandale.
the hope?
Least favorite.
yeah.
So we're going
least
like
favorite.
we're all pushing each other's takes down the line and making new takes up. I was gonna say Roan, but now I'll say Jose.
Oh shit! You did push me down the line. I was just gonna say no one pushed me down.
Ooh.
Yeah. So Tolbert, never heard of that guy. So,
alert.
whatever. Yeah, I mean, I guess they could get rid of Gallup. Like, I guess, but they
Well,
just
they're
gave him a
not. They
deal.
just signed him.
So,
No.
yeah, I mean, they could cut him, I guess, if they want to get
Mm.
rid of the deal in a year. They're
It's a
not going
pretty
to get
good
rid of
deal.
CeeDee Lamb. So that's what's going on there. I've also never heard of this James Woods guy, Jelani. Yeah, I guess he's probably good.
That's not
Um,
bad.
Nah, he's probably
He's
fine.
athletic.
He's probably fine. That's probably a fine pick. And then like the third guy, Velus Jones, that was a pretty good pick. But
This guy's
25.
Jesus.
I guess
20
more of Jose's draft was just not having any capital and then trading Ayuk for the 104. That 104 probably would have been better than what Ayuk is.
Is he actually 25?
Like you could have had Garrett Wilson or Chris Olave.
Velus
I'd probably
Jones?
rather
Yeah,
have
he's
either of those guys.
fuck.
hmm
Holy shit! I thought he was
Yeah, he's 25,
23,
yeah.
and I thought that was old.
Yeah, people on Twitter are like, "Oh, well, we made fun of Cooper Kupp when he was old coming in." It's like, okay, all right, well, he's not necessarily Cooper
Yeah,
Kupp.
we also made fun of Van Jefferson.
Yeah, exactly. yeah, true.
Go Gators.
Yeah, go Gators. Yeah, so I mean, I feel like if he had that 104, this draft would have been pretty solid. But since he didn't, and you're replacing that with Ayuk, I feel like pretty mid.
Well, he also gave Joe Mixon for the 104.
Oh,
Some other
That's even
moving
worse.
parts around.
Yeah, that's
but
wait, what?
that's
That's
I
even worse.
believe it was mostly
No,
Joe
no,
Mixon
Roan
for the
gave Joe
104.
Mixon. Doesn't he have
No,
Joe Mixon?
Ron has Joe Mixon right now.
Oh my goodness. Oh, gracious. Okay.
It was
well,
Joe
hey,
Mixon to the 104, 104 to Ayuk.
if Trey Lance starts
Throwing
going out there and
pieces.
balling, he's pretty happy. He's pretty happy. If Michael Gallup goes down, he's pretty happy. If Justin Fields ends up not being terrible, he's pretty happy. I don't think any of those things are going to happen, but they could.
Ooh,
Not
They
when
could.
the best thing that they did for Justin Fields was add
Add Velus Jones.
I
yeah, I
will
mean,
say
yeah.
the most
thought-
fun
yeah.
part was post-draft when they were saying that they added like a mature man to the locker room, and they were talking about adding him through the fucking draft.
I mean, I think Velus could be his best pick, but that's his fourth rounder, so I don't really know what that means.
yeah, true.
Probably nothing
There's
good.
no good picks in the 4th round.
Yep. So my high Lucas, low Jose. Go for it, Lucas.
All right, so I'm gonna go with my high being none other than Daniel Singer. D Sings, the man himself. Trading out of the
I'm in
102.
for positivity.
What'd you say?
I'm not clicking on his name and singling out his draft for positive.
To not be toxic.
Trading out of the 102 for what? For what?
Trading out of the 102 for a little bit of win now, a little bit of injection straight to his
little bit of-
veins.
little bit of
of
super flex
points this
talent.
year. Yeah, a little bit of super flex talent, a little bit of running back talent. 'Cause he was gonna take Walker there anyways. So trading out Walker, who could be Chubb, for Chubb.
Who is Chubb?
Already
With,
Chubb.
yeah,
He
who
is
is
Chubb.
Chubb without a
More and
without a
more are
couple
saying
years
he
of his
is
career.
he is
He's
a good
couple,
runner.
He's a couple in, but that's really what Kenneth Walker's looking at career-wise, ideally, and he got the man himself, giving up a little bit of Mac Jones, trading a little old blood for new blood for old, but I think all in all it was a good draft. The what's the man's name? I scrubbed him from my brain because I didn't draft him onto my team. The Jalen Tolbert, I think, was a good value. 16th overall. He sucks, obviously. He's not a great prospect, but there's a reason that a player that goes 16th overall goes after a round
Jahan
2
Dotson.
wide receiver. I think maybe another round 2 wide receiver, and then a round 3 wide receiver. I think that's a decent value that he pulled down there. The James Cook, I don't like it very much. But,
I think you took a risk assuming that I'm a value drafter by passing on Jahan Dotson in your consolation. Because I was not going to take James Cook. But
Oh,
you
that
could have
is
taken
actually
Jahan Dotson there. You're lucky I'm not a value drafter.
That's exactly
Mhm.
the bet I was
That's
making.
It was a good bet, but it was risky.
I was thinking you would probably take Cook if I didn't grab him right at the 11.
That's fair.
I
Wasn't gonna
believe
happen.
that I think if Ket didn't go the direction he did, then that could have been possible. And then the Zamir White's fine. I don't care about Zamir White. I think he's all right.
Fourth rounder.
And then I'm going to go my least favorite draft. I'm going to go the way of my lovely, lovely co-host here. I'm going to go with Kedrick.
Ooh.
Kittle Lover 69.
Nice.
Brees Hall, chalk. You can't do it wrong. He was never going to do it wrong, except maybe
Thought
if
he would.
Malik Willis was good.
That would
Kenny
be sad.
Pickett, pretty good. He got him about where he should go.
This is where the wheels fall
The
off.
Sky Moore, yeah.
This is where the wheels
thank you,
come
Dono.
on,
That is a
baby.
really good meta. That's where it fucking falls apart. You know, this is where he's going to come back to this in 3 years. It's why we record it. Sky Moore, I think he could have juggled and gambled on Kenny Pickett being there at the 8 as the person at the 7. I was throwing up a lot of smoke and mirrors. I don't know if I would have taken Pickett. I'm going to be honest. But I don't know if I would have. And then the Sky Moore over Jamison Williams, it's a little
That was
crazy.
bad.
It's a little crazy.
To win
It's
now,
not the most
baby.
crazy in the world.
Win now pick.
I think it's the opposite of that. But the
Oh,
Jameson
come on.
Williams, he's only picking him over one guy, but I feel like he could have gotten way more crazy with it. I feel like if we gave him room, if we tossed him the 105 and nothing else, like just the 105 and the 106, I think he's walking home with Sky Moore regardless. I think that he kind of got bailed out in the fact that he only really reached over one guy. The David Bell pick, it's bad. It's way too early. He's a good player. He's in a good situation. But you got
Love the
drafted in
guy.
third round, man. You got to care about draft capital at some point.
Never.
The Rashad White's fine. The Trey McBride's actually pretty good. And then I don't
Great
care about
pick.
fourth round picks. I don't care about them. One of them is one's a running back. Is that one a wide receiver? Oh, Jamison Crowder? Yeah, I don't care about Jamison Crowder. Brian Robinson's fine.
Jameson Crowder is the pick of the draft, in my opinion.
I should have
I
never.
think it's pretty good.
Yep. I think it's the value of the draft, no doubt.
Yeah.
Free.
All right, so that's the end of mine. My favorite was Daniel D. Sings, and my least was little Keddy Weddy. So now let's bring it all the way back. Daniel, can you remind us of your reach of the draft? I believe it is Malik Willis, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that was my reach.
Okay. And then we already discussed that. You can move right on to your steal now.
Deal of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is gonna make one person feel a lot better about a pick that they themselves hated. Q,
Hey,
I think Kenneth Walker at 4.
this one's for you, Q.
That's a steal, man.
Yeah. Q, are you out here?
You know, he's the only other running back in the entire draft that's worth much of anything, even including the one I took. But that's a great spot at 4, and Seattle is a good spot for him to go, in my opinion, since Pete Carroll just likes to run the ball even when he has terrible running backs. So now that he has a good one, probably going to run it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel about the prospect of him being a 2-down running back on a team that's likely going to be awful?
Oh.
Good counterpoint.
Hard question, yeah.
I think it'll be fine. I think Pete Carroll will run it anyways, to be honest.
I think you're right. I think you're right about that.
Yeah.
Good old Pete.
Yeah. How do you feel about the oldest coach in the league? Not great,
Pete Cole.
but okay. Yeah. All right. Let's switch over to Donovan. Who was your reach of the draft?
I didn't say my best pick. You
No.
trying to cheat me?
What do you mean?
I think
You gotta give
I
them
think
both.
my best pick would be George Pickens at the 204.
All right.
I think that
Appreciate
was
that
really
one.
good value, and that was enabled by Danny and Ked and
Hey,
Ron
whoa, I was never gonna stack
having-
Pitt, bro.
having awful selections ahead of him. Really just fell into his lap. And Dom with Malik Willis. Everything really went to shit after 109. My least favorite, that would probably be, let me see here. My least favorite is Christian Watson. Trading up and using extra capital to grab a rookie wide receiver on the Packers, where Aaron Rodgers statistically has not favored rookie wide receivers, and at that, an FCS receiver that people believe may have drop issues. I don't think Rodgers is down for that, so I don't like him as a prospect. I don't like that he spent more capital going up to get him. You see him and you think Jordy Nelson. I don't. I don't know.
That's fair. Those are both fair points. All right, let's switch over to Ked. Ked, who was your reach and steal of this draft?
Did anyone say Jameson's the steal? Because Jameson's definitely
No.
the steal, right? Okay, cool. 109.
Ooh.
It's pretty egregious for him to fall down there. And then the reach is also I was gonna say Mechie was the steal, but Jameson's too obvious, so I'll say Mechie's the steal. I think that one's pretty good.
I do
Third
have a
rounder.
question for you here, Ked.
Yeah, what's up?
How can you simultaneously think that Jameson Williams is a steal at the
Sky Moore's
109
my guy,
and
dude.
pass
I was
on
always
him at the
Sky Moore.
108?
Sky Moore is not falling to 201 when I make that pick. That's why I made the pick, obviously.
You made Jameson Williams fall though.
Yeah, so did everybody else. Olave, Garrett Wilson. You take Jameson Williams over a couple of those guys. You could do that. Why not? What's the problem there? I think Jameson Williams is better than those guys.
I guess you can,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
wait, you're
Yeah,
saying
I
that
guess
Sky
that's-
Moore
I-
and Jamison Williams are both better than Garrett Wilson?
I love
I
Sky
was going
Moore.
to say,
No.
this establishes fully my take that if Ked was sitting at the 105, he's still walking home with Sky Moore, Kenny Pickett.
If I have the only, I'd probably
Only
take.
5 and 6. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I would have taken Pickett though. I don't know. Maybe, but we'll never know. But guess what?
Well,
Sky
you
Moore
could've
was my
skipped
guy,
him
and I was always
on
leaving the
the
draft
Twitter
with
this
him. So
time.
you're right about that. You're right that I was always leaving with Sky Moore. I'm ready for it.
Alright.
I want the
Yeah.
Mahomes receiver. I want to have fun in this league, and I'm gonna
My
have
record
it.
of bet my guys is woeful.
Love it.
Michael Carter and Trey Sermon.
Hey, those are the only
Hateful
bad
list.
guys that you think about. AJ Brown, another one of my guys. Guess what? He's good. Okay, he's good.
He's getting
Calvin
balls
Ridley,
thrown to him
my
from
guy.
Jalen Hurts,
He's good.
making
He's
it
suspended
time
for
to-
gambling, but he's good.
He's good at
Hey,
parlaying. Actually, he's not.
AJ Brown was so good that he got fucking traded. Okay, he got traded to a shit team and made a bunch of money because he's good, and it's a
His dynasty
shame.
wouldn't pay for him.
He's being punished for being good. Who did I say was a reach? I didn't
You
say
said
that yet,
John
right?
Mechie was the steal.
Yeah, yeah.
Dom padding. Love him. Love the
Yeah,
Bama boy.
I love that Mechie pick. I think if Jose takes Mechie instead of Tolbert, I think about his draft completely differently. The reach, oof. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I probably had it, so I don't really know who else I would say.
David Bell hasn't been spoken about.
Yeah, can't say my own. I said I probably have it, but I don't know who else to say because I probably
who's
have
your-
it.
Who's your second biggest reach?
That's what I'm looking at the board. I think everything looks pretty. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, he already said
Well, let's
Watson.
just talk about the 207 because you've already spoken on the 207.
I've
You've already
spoken
tweeted
about it
on
at length.
You may as well.
I
yeah,
can't
but you
harp
may as
on it
well
even
double
more.
Down, make it your reach.
I already said Jose was the worst. I can't just sit here and shit on Jose. He's gonna beat me a bunch
Well,
next
it's
year.
It's your least favorite pick or your least favorite draft because that's your least favorite pick. It's the only one he really had.
Yeah, you're right. All right, well, bad pick. Reach. Boom.
All right, that's all. we really
Besides
need on
David
it.
Bell, that's my reach.
Agreed.
All right, I'm gonna go into my reaches then. I sniped myself on the Tolbert.
Ooh, I
so
like
I'm
that.
gonna go
Rocking
ahead.
with Cleveland. Rocking with Cleveland.
I
Hell
sniped
yeah.
myself with the Tolbert. I was feeding Ked, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch my reach to none other than Mr. Corral.
Ooh, that's a good one
pick
too.
of mine that was traded for years ago. I don't have any idea what that was a part of.
I wish you could see
and
pick history, like when you click on.
Wandered a little. Yeah, that
Corral.
would be nice to see. That would be nice to see.
Yeah, that'd be.
I
Really
have no
fun.
idea what I
Yeah.
traded that. I trade with Ron a lot. I have no idea what that did.
It's kind of old.
Yeah, because he
every
sucks.
quarterback in this class was a senior.
Pickett's like
except
24.
Maybe Desmond Ritter, but I think they're all old. Yeah, Matt Corral,
Ritter 22.
Picking him-
What is Malik? 23, 22.
22. Yeah,
Pickett's
all seniors.
23. Yeah.
Pickett old. Yeah, all old. I think Sam Howell is young. Yeah, he's a junior.
Yeah, but he's like the worst of them. So
Yeah, he's kind of the worst of them. Yeah, so I don't love this Corral pick. I do think he can start this year, and I liked Corral
agree.
pre-draft,
I agree.
but as soon as they fall into the third round, I don't give a shit about him. I toss him by the wayside if they can't run, and Corral can run a little bit, but not as much as Ritter, not as much as Malik. I will even forgive the Malik pick more than I'll forgive the Corral pick.
I mean, to be fair though, in terms of who can start this year, I think every single one of them can start this year, except for like maybe Malik
for
won't
Malik.
start, right? But like
No,
But I think
even
Malik
then,
could
like
be primed
Tannehill
up
was
for
pretty
Jalen
shit
Hurts
last year,
type.
so like if he does that again, then Malik play. I feel like they could all play.
Yeah, I feel like Malik Willis's way path to fame is of the
Like
Jalen
Pickett
Hurts
plays
variety.
like week 2 or 3, like Ritter plays like week 6, like Corral 6, Howell 6. Malik
Corral
would
could
be
play
like.
week 1. He could pick it up at halftime. I
That's
have no
true.
idea.
That's true.
You know,
Same with
when
Ritter,
you're playing
honestly.
behind the god Sam Darnold in his like 5th year.
Like Mariota is
The
pretty
leash
fucking
is probably
trash.
short. Yeah. And then for the steal of my draft, I'm going to double down on my favorite. I'm going to say Jahan Dotson. I'm going to say the 16th overall pick going that late.
Going
202,
12th overall, 13th,
Not even 6 foot tall.
13th.
13th. Almost
Yeah, he's the
IRL
little
draft
boy.
cap.
Every single wide receiver small this year, I think, except for Burks in London. Maybe Christian Watson. I have no idea.
We haven't talked about
And David Bell. David Bell's huge. That's for a reason, Donna. Don't worry.
Nobody cares about him.
I will segue myself and pull myself over to Quentin's ranks here. We can see.
Hey, David
at
Bell's
the
pretty
bottom,
tall.
We have David Bell's huge. He's a huge guy.
Yeah,
We have
that guy's
Colts
pretty tall.
wide receiver, or Colts slot, I believe it's called, and then
Okay.
the position is wide receiver, and then under the description we just have white. This is Quentin's
he's white?
sheet, obviously, but that is the only denotion.
Oh, he is
way that
white. We watched his
define
highlights.
Alec Pierce.
Yeah, he's a white guy.
Yeah, he's white.
I think he could be a slot receiver. Ceiling of Julian Edelman. Let's go. Holy shit, he's huge.
Yeah,
He is huge.
He's really fast too. He runs like a 4.38 or something.
Oh god, he runs a 4.38 and he got drafted in the 2nd round.
Yeah, this guy could be the
Monka.
two.
Yeah, with he's
Nobody
going up
on
against
rookie
Paris
rank.
Campbell, Kiki QT, and Mike Strachan.
What about Michael Pittman?
Well,
Pittman will be the
Pittman's
one, for sure.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
talking
you
about
mean for
competing
the two? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not. Who's their port? I'm not really trying to fight for
Matt
Matt
Ryan.
Ryan's QB2 or our wide receiver 2 right now.
What do you think of Matt
And then
Ryan?
Well, his last wide receiver two was what? Calvin Ridley. So.
I
Wow.
think his last wide
Alec
receiver 2
Pierce
was
is the
Russell
new
Gage.
Calvin Ridley. That's fucking crazy.
Alec Pierce is gonna gamble himself into
You draft
suspension.
Calvin Ridley at the end of the 2nd round. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah,
White
Ked, if you
Calvin.
knew Calvin Ridley's career arc, would you do it again?
Yes.
Sure.
I stand with Ridley. That was too harsh. The punishment does not match the crime.
It does not. I think you could definitely sexually
Everybody
assault
knows it.
22 people and get off in less time.
Yeah. Just because
I
you
think
don't
it
want
will
to
happen. I
just
think
because
it
you don't want to
already
play
has
for your
happened.
team. Yeah, he didn't even do
Yeah.
anything. Yet.
Yeah, not yet at all. All right, and then let's start the end here. Everyone is going to pick their choice for the 2022 winner. We're going to allow repeats on this one. Let's start it off where we started off all of them. Let's go with Danny. Who do you think wins in 2022?
I'm saying that the 2022 champ is going to be Alec. And based on his team, it's nuts. He's got Kelsey, so he's got the top tight end. Well, tight end 1B,
Kyle Pitts owner. Yeah.
But tight ends matter. This is tight end premium. All right. So that's great. Burrow's great. He's top 3 or so.
Getting to the Derek Carr, you're like, well, okay, I'll split this up.
Derek Carr, who knows? He got Devontae Adams, so he might be better this year. But more importantly, Jonathan Taylor and Najee Harris, those are going to be the core. And they're going to put up nutty stats every week. And then his receivers, pretty damn good on top of that. Cooper Kupp, number 1. So I think he's just got a crazy core. He's going to win it all.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. All right, let's go to Donovan. Who is your choice for the 2022 champ?
Changed my mind. I didn't really like how some of my co-stars talked about Alec Pierce. So I'm gonna go a little bit off the beaten track.
Oh my
here.
god, I'm so flattered. Holy shit.
I'm gonna say Dom.
Ooh.
There's no fucking way I pick you. Brees Hall will end up splitting with Michael Carter.
But I can start them both.
I
I started Javante and Melvin last year, and that sucked.
There you go. That's so good.
I'm gonna go with Dom. I like Treylon Burks' situation for year one. I really like Lamar Jackson. I think Saquon has a resurgence year behind the monster that is Evan Neal. Yeah, I really like his team, and I really don't like the Alec Pierce slander, so I'm gonna will it into existence.
Nice.
All
There you
right,
go.
I fuck with it.
Manifestation of the Dom chip.
That's what we need. The repeat, the first repeat champ. Dominic? All right, Ked.
All right.
Who's your 2022
So,
winner pick?
like Donovan, I was going to say Lucas, but then I thought about it more. I thought about Alec and I thought about Lucas. Alec, what are the chances that he goes back to back? I don't like the chances. I don't think that's very possible.
Not bad.
Could it happen? Yes. Will it happen? I don't know. I don't think so. I think he had a lot of luck. I don't know if you get that again. Then Lucas, speaking of luck, just not the type of team to make a championship run. Constant bad luck. I think he's going to have injuries like he has every year. He has underperformances. For whatever reason, he doesn't make the chip. And I think that happens again.
It's the commissioner's curse. It's
Yep.
simply what
This is the commissioner's curse. It is well known to me. It is well known to all commissioners across the globe. You do not win as the commissioner. You need extraordinary luck to win as the commissioner. And I don't think he has it. So, that being said, my pick is a fellow host, Daniel Singer. I think is gonna win the chip.
Ooh.
Love that trade he made out of the 102. I think he's got the best quarterbacks in the league. This is a superflex league. You got to back the QBs. I mean, he's got Chubb. He's got DK Metcalf. I think he still gets fed no matter who's under center. Drew Lock doesn't give a fuck who he throws it to. He's got Pitts, who's not a rookie anymore. He's going to take a step up. I love everything that's going for this kid. I think he's going to make a run. I also think he's got that luck factor, that it factor. I mean, we're looking at the consolation bracket winner right here. He's a proven winner. But next year, he's going to do it in the real bracket. So I think it's Danny. Danny Boy, 97.
That's a good monologue. I will
think
say, Ken, I
love
think
everything.
during that monologue, Danny was taking notes furiously. He's like, okay, Hedrick likes DK Metcalf. I can't sell him. He thinks he will be fed.
Yep, he's good. He's good.
He's
Well,
taking
I already have
furious
AJ Brown.
notes.
Too similar.
Even though, yeah, I was gonna say, even though DK Metcalf is used to an AJ Brown-esque target
Exactly,
share
yeah.
with very touchdown-heavy points.
Great games, He's got some games. He's going to
Yeah.
go off in the chip.
I will give DK Metcalf a 30-point game this season. I'll give him that.
Yep.
And then to close out our first post-rookie draft HiveCast, unfortunately for the viewers, I'm going for the back-to-back. I think Alex's team is just strong as hell. He didn't add anything in the rookie draft, but
Doesn't need to.
he didn't really need to add anything in the rookie draft. I think his team is very prone to injuries that he did not sustain at all last year, except in favorable ways, like when Edmonds went down and put James Conner on a pedestal for him. I'm not fully believing that he'll have no injuries, but I think, with his RB core, his wide receiver core, I think he's gonna close it out. He's gonna go back to back.
Nice.
I agree.
Yeah,
No.
me and Danny, the new Hive.
The new hive.
Can't be
A new
named
hive
that.
was
No.
formed on this 11th May 22. All right, boys.
All right.
That is going to do it for the post-draft HiveCast. Let me get the song back up, and we'll let it ride us out of here, boys.
A lot of good takes today.
A lot of great takes, a lot of bad takes, takes all around, boys. That's what we play. That's what we play this for.
Just a wide variety of takes, and any person will be able to come in here and grab a snippet.
That's what we want.
Put it together. That's what we need.